It's a fancy Clown. You can title. I want to talk about one of those. Warner Brothers is being sold right now. Or maybe just Warner Brothers Discovery, right? But I'm still gonna say Warner Brothers. Mainly because the water tower for Warner Brothers, search it up. They literally painted the dub like there's no more water tower Warner Brothers. They that shit. It's over. It's over. I'm not going to explain in a higher knowledge and stuff like that because some people don't are not here for that, obviously, because like I said, the world is changing to the point that everything is going to go alignment in a, go alignment with nature, basically. So if you're not alignment with nature, basically, then nature's just going to take you out, basically. That's how it is in nature. You know, if you don't adapt or evolve with nature, then you're going to be left behind, basically. You know, um, that's why they made the movie called Don't Look Up, or what is it, Leave the World Behind. You know, I haven't even seen fully of that movie yet. I've seen a little bit of it, but I haven't seen fully to that movie. But again, going back, this company, Warner Brothers, has, if you look at my category of movies, it's literally Warner Brothers and Universal. That's all I have. I literally one day I was putting my movies on the shelf one day, and I look at the collection I have of movies. Not to say I don't have other ones, you know, like Paramount or Disney. You know, it's not like I don't have those movies. I do, but in a sea of collection of movies that I have, you will notice that, oh, you're a Warner Brothers fan and a Universal fan because you have all these movies. You know, I mostly have Warner Brothers movies, to be quite honest with you, which is kind of funny. But I have to check again. I wonder if I have more Warner Brothers or Universal movies. But going back, this company is being sold, and I do not want Netflix to buy it because Netflix is, the thing is, Netflix, they don't, they treat their shows like it's nothing, you know, and that's why I've told myself too. So what's gonna happen when you're done with Stranger Things, Netflix? You're on the last seat. I mean, it's already done because Stranger Things just came out and it's already done. Like it's over. You don't need no more. So when Stranger Things is over, what's going to be your next Stranger Things? You know, what's going to take over that? You know. So I don't want Netflix to get Warner Brothers. To be quite honest with you, I think they're going to lose a lot of money if they even get Warner Brothers. To be honest, because there's so many things that they could have. Yes, it has a great collection, great but it has Warner Brothers has a great stacks of movies that they have, even the Looney Tunes ones, even Tom and Jerry's and stuff like that, the Tex Avery cartoons and shit. So they have a great catalog, but I don't think Netflix is going to capitalize on that catalog. They're not. They're not. They don't care to. Um, it's funny too because sometimes they give a fuck, but other times they don't. So I don't think Netflix is perfect for them. I do think Paramount Studios is perfect. To be quite honest, I want Paramount Studios to buy Warner Brothers. I don't want Universal to. I definitely don't want that company to do it either. What are they gonna do? Make 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 your make horror movies about these Looney Tunes characters, but do it from Blumhouse? Ugh, ugh. Seriously, or make a animated short of Looney Tunes, but literally have Blumhouse do it. You know, because that's what Universal does. They'd be like, oh, could we do it in house? Too expensive. Oh, give it to Blumhouse. That's why I don't trust Universal. I like Universal, but ever since the Scott Pilgrim movie, ever since 2010, I haven't been trusting this company at all. You know, look at why I don't look at them fondly as much anymore. You know, mainly because when the Scott Pilgrim movie came out, I love that movie. Love the comic books too, and I love the animated movie that came out. Well, yeah, animated short series that came out. I like it, but yeah, when that movie came out, also was just like, we're not going to make movies like this anymore. They literally said that because they lost so much money making that movie, and they were like, and they were salty. They were so salty to the point that they were like, "Oh yeah, these type of movies, we're not gonna make them anymore. We don't care what to." And yet, Scott Pilgrim versus the War, the movie, has made such money for them, DVD wise. You know, if it didn't make much money for you, Universal, why are you making stuff that, or why are you making Blu-rays out of these movies then? If it really didn't make you all that much money, you see? Isn't the whole point? Isn't it almost like the video game industry? Like, if you don't get my money now, what's the point of re-releasing it later? That's why we don't see games like Parasite Eve come out or anything like that. I mean, that's a bad example because of the lawsuits with that. But for example, another project that you guys can name from the PlayStation 1 and 2 era that they refused to bring because, oh, it made bad money, but it has a cult following like crazy. You know? So insert that there. Same thing with these movies. You know, and it's not like Warner Brothers doesn't do that either. They do. Look how they treating Looney Tunes. Look how they treated it. You know? And the people that have a passion for Looney Tunes, I'm so happy that what is it? Coyote versus Acme is actually coming out. I'm so happy that's a thing, you know. Now, I don't care if the system, if the American system shuts off tomorrow, at least I know it's coming. You know, at least it's got green light to come out and shit like that. You know, so um, but Warner Brothers has so much potential to literally be that company, to literally tell other companies, you guys are doing it wrong. We could do it better. You know, this is a company sometimes that reminds Disney to get their act together, but Disney's not getting their act together. You'd be like, okay, maybe Warner Brothers could do it. Warner Brothers not acting like that either. So it's like, okay, Universal. Oh, you're not acting. The only company that I see that's acting like, yo, guys, what the hell are you doing? Is Paramount Studios. Yeah, they might have their flaws, they might have their ups and downs, but what company doesn't, you know? But at least they're not like what these companies are right now. From what I can tell from Paramount Studios, I don't think they're like how Disney is and Warner Brother is right now. At least I don't think so. And no, I do not want Disney to buy Warner Brothers. I know they have a close relationship. They really do. They've been having a close relationship for a long, 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 long time. Okay? Since the Walt Disney era, since Walt Disney was alive, they've been having a relationship. You know? So it's something that could be interesting. But guys, do you really think Disney is really going to capitalize on Looney Tunes? They're going to babyfy it. This is the same company that doesn't show Mickey Mouse shorts because Mickey is hitting Minnie up the ass and laughing at her. Pulls her panties and she's crying and he's laughing at her. This is the same company that doesn't want to show shorts like that. You know? And good luck with the Censored 11 stuff. I've always vouched for the Censored 11 to come out, you know, on some type of format from Warner Brothers. Like, even if you have to go to the websites, you have to be like 21 up and older to buy it, you know, and add new shorts that should be part of the Censored 11 Warner Brothers shorts, and just the Warner Brothers shorts, in my opinion. Nothing else from Universal or Disney, just Warner Brothers in general. And have people commentating over it, you know? Have, like, interviews with these celebrities talking about the shorts and stuff like that. You know, every time a short ends or something like that, or have a behind the scenes footage of them reacting to this type or certain short, basically. That's what I would have done if I was going to make a DVD of the Censored 11 shorts from Warner Brothers, basically. So I know a lot of people might say that's controversial or something like that, but history is history, and if you bury that history, then you're doomed to repeat it. You know, seriously. It's like that. It's like what Whoopi Goldberg said. You know, hold on, let me find it. uh, let's see. So let me, while I'm searching this up, I'm gonna talk more. Sorry guys, I just woke up. It's like 7:52 over here. So I'm sorry if I'm not really that hyped right now. It's morning and shit like that. I'm still kind of tired. So so Warner Brothers, we all care for Warner Brothers. You know, they have Scooby Doo, they have the Teen Titans, they have all these great catalogs, Dexter's Laboratory, you know, like, it's freaking amazing. Samurai Jack, you know, bow down, bow down, 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 down. Like, come on, bro. Like, seriously. And then so many other great stuff that they have that they refuse to even think about. Because this is the problem with this company, that this company literally thought that oh, sorry, this company literally thinks that animation is bullshit, even though Disney's still doing animation. You know, I even heard that Disney is going to bring back hand-drawn animation, but where is that, Disney? It shouldn't take you that long to bring back hand-drawn animation. Does it take time? Yes, it does. But I'm saying that there's no, ever since they said that, there's nothing that came out that's animated, hand-drawn animation. Oh man, have you seen the Roger Rabbit shorts? Oh, those hand-drawn animations are so fucking beautiful, so beautiful because they still use 3D, you know, but they still use hand-drawn animation basically. You know, you even see it in Who Framed Roger Rabbit. There was 3D, um um there was 3D animation, you know, mixed with 2D animation. Some not all of it obviously, but some parts of the movie, you know, not all of it obviously. So it's just something, it's just something that it's just something that Warner Brothers needs to look at. Same thing with Disney, because guys, without that movie, like to me, I know Disney made Who Framed Roger Rabbit, but every time I see that movie, I keep thinking it's a Warner Brothers movie because it is. It is a Warner Brothers movie. It's just made by Disney, which is kind of funny. That's the only time Disney truly understood Looney Tunes. You know, ever since that, they never really went back to that style because it's like, it's almost like it's cringe-worthy for them or something like that. It's like they don't like it or they're afraid to embrace it or something like that. You know, it's funny too because back in the day when Warner Brothers was trying to be like Disney, they did a lot of better shorts than Disney. To be quite honest with you, you know, even the movies that Disney made were a lot better than the. I mean, Warner Brothers, the Warner Brothers shorts of the cartoons were way better of the movies that Disney was putting out, in my opinion. You know, because those shorts are basically small movies, yes, but they're still movies in my opinion. You know, they even showed it before a movie happened. You know, before the main course, you know. So that's just me. It's just that this company, Warner Brothers, has to get their act straight. But again, they're being sold. They they they've gone to a point that they don't give a shit, to the point that now you're selling everything off. I mean, you're selling yourself off, and who's going to buy you? Like I said, I would love for Paramount Studios to buy them. Again, I don't know how they are right now, but from what I can see, they look pretty fine right now. You know, like I said before, then they don't look like something that you see from Universal or Disney right now. You know, hey, at least Universal and Disney don't have to say, well, at least we're not selling our shit. You know, so you know, so there's that. Hold on, guys. Sorry, but this 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 shit, man. This shit with Warner Brothers needs to. It's sad, man. It's sad. It's sad to see a company that you knew that was great and could do great, but decided not to do great. Why? Because they just don't give a shit. They don't give a shit. Sounds familiar, right? Sounds like WWE. Sounds like also Square Enix and Rockstar. Seriously. Um Hmm. Hold on for a minute, guys. Okay. I'm still talking about a little bit of the censor on one of those shorts, but this is what Whoopi Goldberg said, basically, with the censor stuff. Again, this is great. This is great. I'm glad they did put this on the cartoons of Looney Tunes and all that, which is funny too because when she says that, you watch some of these cartoons, but yet they barely have any of those Censor 11 shorts in it. So it's like, what's the point of you saying this? You know? Oh, but they only said it because of the Asian shit and all that. Okay, then get an Asian man talking about it. Or a Jew man. Oh, they're making fun of Jews too. Okay, then get a Jew person doing it. Why are you going to get Whoopi Goldberg doing it? you know? You know? You know? You know? Now, I haven't seen more of the... I've seen some of the scenes of the gold collection of Looney Tunes, but I haven't seen enough of it. Basically, because I was trying to get through the shorts and I'm basically almost done with it, but I stopped because, well, I'm almost done with it, you know? That's how I am sometimes. But let's move on here, what she says. So.
Hello, I'm Whoopi Goldberg, and welcome to the Looney Tunes Golden Collection. Like many of you, I love cartoons, and I've been a fan of the Looney Tunes since I was a little kid. You know, the best thing about the Looney Tunes is that they represent us, each and every one of us. They're part of Americana, part of our mainstream culture. They become members of our families. I mean, you don't have to go far to find out how close to us they really are. Think about, "What's up, Doc?" Or, "You're despicable." Or, "That's all, folks." These are phrases we all know, spoken by characters we recognize and understand. Probably because most of the time, they're more human than we want to give them credit for. And
it's so sad that when you hear what Whoopi Goldberg is saying here about Looney Tunes, I'm only here like, Warner Brothers, man. Like, do you hear this, Warner Brothers? Do you have to go back and look at your own shit to actually be like, you know what? You know? And supposedly, too, the reason they start doing Looney Tunes stuff is because Space Jam 2 didn't do as good. I don't think Space Jam 1 never made money for them either, didn't they? I could be gone. But, wow. Because you got salty that Space Jam 2 didn't make money because you wanted to get that 90s money again. Sorry, it's not the 90s anymore. See what I'm talking about? Out of touch. These people are out of touch. And it's fine if you made a Space Jam 2 movie. I haven't seen it. You know, and I don't think I will see it. Some people are mixed with it. Some people love it. Some people hate it. Me, I just not going to watch it. Just not going to watch it. Maybe one day I will. But just as of right now, I'm good. There's other things in my life that I would like to watch. Like The Drunken Master by Jackie Chan. Watch that movie, by the way. Or even the Drunken Master trilogy. Because I think I'm watching the prequel to the Drunken Master. And he has a son and shit like that. And he's trying to teach him drunken kung fu and stuff like that. So, and the son is like, "Oh, I don't drink liquor. I don't drink." And he's like, you want me to teach you the Drunken Master technique, but yeah, you don't want to drink?" It's like,
I think that's why they're true American treasures.
Gracias, pussycats.
However, the Looney Tunes and their irreverent brand of humor are products of their time. Unfortunately, at that time, racial and ethnic differences were caricatured in ways that may have embarrassed and even hurt people of color, women, and ethnic groups. Now, nobody intended it, but that's what happened. Now, some of the cartoons here reflect some of the prejudices that were commonplace in American society, especially when it came to the treatment of racial and ethnic minorities. Now, these jokes were wrong then, and they are wrong today. But removing these inexcusable images and jokes from this collection would be the same as saying they never existed. So,
ooh, Warner Brothers, are you hearing that? You know what? I think I'm done with that. Actually, this video is almost done, so let's just keep going.
They are presented here to accurately reflect a part of our history that cannot and should not be ignored. But I also want to point out that the Looney Tunes were made by the studio that supported hiring the first black animator, Frank Braxton, and that encouraged women voice artists like June Foray to become as recognizable as their on-screen characters. All that's
Also, too, some of these Looney Tune shorts, like with the minstrel face and stuff like that, which is also clown face, obviously. It is. I mean, it goes back to, I made a whole picture of it in my Enlightenment channel also. Like, it goes back to the Heyonka, you know, so they know what, Warner Brothers knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing. They do. They knew what they were doing. And most people would be like, but why they had to do with black people, though, you know, or what you would call Afro people. It's because it's from our culture. The Heyonka is from our culture, basically. You can't deny it. The clownness is from so-called Afro-Hispanic people and so-called black people's cultures. They are. The clown, the jester, the joker came from us. Alright? So, it wasn't made up by some white motherfucker. Sorry, it wasn't. That's why you need to do your history, my people. You know, what do you think they did the menstrual shit? And try to be like us, so-called black people. Don't forget to, what is it? Don't forget those N-men. Oh, those comical N-men. It's like, yeah, that doesn't hold up. You know, I might, you know, look past or even, you know, try to defend some of these Warner Brothers shorts. But when you see some footage like that, back in the minstrel time, you'll be like, yeah, that's bad. Really bad. You should see the history of, racist cartoons. The racist history of cartoons or something like that. It should be on YouTube. If not, maybe I should upload it here. Hopefully I don't get a copyright claim. But, I know a lot of people in the comment section of that video were like screaming at the YouTuber, saying that, oh, the reason they put the gloves on it is because to show more clearly on animation, basically. But yeah, when you look at the menstrual shit, it's literally it's literally like that, you know? So it's like, what do you think they got it from? And the thing is, too, I pointed this out, too. Yes, this is about Warner Brothers. This is still talking about Warner Brothers, mainly because is Paramount Studios gonna delete all of that stuff, too? Because I know if Disney bought Warner Brothers, good luck seeing those shorts at all. And I guarantee you, those shorts that we have now on Daily Motion, guarantee you Disney will grab and delete them. I'm saying, man, Disney's like that. They want such a squeaky clean image that they would do anything to not jeopardize that. And that's including grabbing shorts and deleting them from history. I mean, look at Sqawn of the South. Where's Sqawn of the South? You can watch that in Daily Motion. You probably can buy the VHS, which is expensive as hell for some reason. You know? Even Whoopi Goldberg pointed out we need Sqawn of the South to come out. And then she got hated for it? Why? Because you guys want to hide history? What the hell's wrong with you? It's funny, too, because most of the people that are really offended about it is these white folks, usually. Not all the time, but usually they get more offended of it. And I'm all like, why are you offended about it? You're so offended about it because you're trying to hide your history, too. Seriously, man. You don't want us to think that you threw us into crocodiles and shit like that. And when our women were pregnant, you cut the belly and stomped it on the fucking ground. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud? That's your history, motherfuckers. Seriously. So anyways. Don't get me started. But anyways, Warner Brothers and these other companies, man. If Warner Brothers gets bought out, like, the thing is, who will buy Warner Brothers? Who will? Who's going to buy Warner Brothers? You know? Yes, again, like I said, we're like Paramount Studios and all that, but at the end of the day, who is willing to buy Warner Brothers? You know? Remember that time when WWE was in talks with Disney? And technically they are working with Disney. It was going to happen eventually, you know? So, is Disney willing to get Warner Brothers, all their property and shit like that, you know? And plus, even if you do grab it, Disney, what are you going to do with it? It's the same thing with your Disney characters. You have Mickey Mouse. We almost got an epic Mickey movie, but they canceled it. And it was going to be hand-drawn animation, I believe, or the same animation style that you see in the video game of the Wii game. So the reason, and they got rid of it, they canceled it because it was either too dark for them or they didn't want Mickey to be showed in that light. You see what I'm talking about? You rather remake these bullshit live-action movies instead of focusing on the characters that you already have. How come we don't have Donald and Goofy and Mickey on the big screen again? That would have been great. I would have watched that shit. I don't care. That's an event right there. Hell yeah. I don't care if you re-release the Three Musketeers. I'll watch that shit in the theaters. Just to see how how people will feel. You know, give it a test, you know? I'll watch it. Just to tell you, we want more of this shit. And the thing is, didn't not that long ago, before they remade Lion King, they showed the animation Lion King in theaters and they made a buttload of money too? So come on, Disney, what are you doing here? What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? I think the title needs to be changed to me just talking about these animation companies or just companies in general, because holy shit, man. You know? So going back, I know a lot of people might be offended of me saying about the Censor 11 shorts or the menstrual stuff and all that. I just want to say one thing. If you're so offended about it, then get rid of Mickey Mouse and Goofy. If that's such an offense for you. Because we still have the menstrual design still to this day. We still do, guys. I'm sorry to say it. We still see it to this day. They either look like Mickey Mouse or Goofy, or they make it look like a clown. Alright? I'm dead serious. I could talk about it, but it is a whole other thing. It disguises itself as a clown to prey on children. That's totally different. Because it doesn't really look like a clown. It looks like something else, you know? It just prefers to look that way because it's its favorite look. But the Joker, you know. But why do you think we get a lot of why do you think we get like a lot of clown stuff in WWE? You try to do the Heyonka stuff. You know? Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Because they don't understand the Heyonka. They want to control it. They want to put it's fine if you want to put storytelling on it, but you want to put it in a box. And that's not what the Heyonka is. Heyonkas don't belong in a box. You are literally putting a cosmic being inside a box. I'm sorry. Yes, a Heyonka is a cosmic being. A clown is a cosmic being. You can't put it in a box. Imagine putting Joker in the box. Joker from Batman. Imagine putting him in a box. He will burn it. He will burn that box and laugh at you while he's burning a whole bunch of other boxes. You know?
Said, there's only one original, and we are so proud to present the Looney Tunes here for their enduring entertainment.
Right. That's it. I just wanted to see if there was more to it, but yeah. It's just Warner Brothers, man. This company right here. That's the thing. Again, going back, if Disney buys Warner Brothers, that means they have such a big catalog of collections of media that they will never use. You know how disappointing that is? At least Paramount would still use Popeye if they want to. Yeah. If they feel like they can use Popeye again, they would do it. But Warner Brothers, Disney, nah, we don't need to use the Looney Tunes characters. Oh, nah, we don't need to use the Disney characters. I'm surprised they didn't say that when they were doing the 100th anniversary of Disney. I'm surprised that, and that's the best thing that Disney has put out in a long, long, long time. And it was just a picture. An animated short. I mean, yeah, a live action animated short that had all the characters to take a picture for the 100th anniversary of Disney. It looked so great. It looked really, really good. You mean to tell me you can't make a movie about that? Mickey looked great there too. So you can do it, Disney. It's just that you refuse to do it. You refuse to do it. I don't get that shit. I honestly do not get that shit. Honestly don't, man. I honestly don't. These companies need to do something. But I was watching this video over here.
To acquire ITV, which in itself would be a major shake-up here in Britain. But you might not think it, but the Warner Brothers Discovery acquisition, whoever ends up getting it, could also have major ramifications for the UK TV industry, which we're going to get into right now. Before we do, make sure you leave a like on the video and subscribe.
That's one thing too. Disney is noticing that Disney's doing really bad with the streaming stuff, and we all knew this was going to happen. We even told some of these streaming services, but they didn't listen. They were like, yeah, whatever, we're going to make as much money as we want. Now you're losing a lot more money. And then you want to go back to cable, but guess what? No one doesn't have cable anymore. I bet some people do, but majority of people, they don't. So if you want to stick to TV, you can't. Streaming service is a thing now. You want to kill the TV so bad that now it's dead, and now it's just streaming shit. You made your bed, now you're going to lie on it, you know? It's ridiculous. You see how these companies are, bro? We tell you, no, this is probably not a good thing, and they're here like, yeah, shut the fuck up. And now, look, it's biting them in the ass, and now they're begging. And all of us are like, why do we care? You never cared to begin with, so why would we care now? You know? I'm not gonna play this whole video. It is 16 minutes long, but I've been here for long enough, so.
As well, we'd love to have you aboard. So, this article's from RXTV. As always, go and check them out. Lots of great articles that do...
Can we not have Comcast buy Warner Brothers, please? I don't want Comcast to buy Warner Brothers. Why? Why? Why?
Not get covered on this channel about broadcasting, so if you're into that, definitely go and check them out. They say that Paramount, Netflix and Comcast officially submit bids for Warner Brothers Discovery. Paramount, Skydance, Comcast and Netflix have formally entered the race to acquire all or part of Warner Brothers Discovery. After months of speculation, WBD set a deadline of Thursday the 20th of November for initial bids, with further rounds of bidding now expected. Early offers are reportedly below the company's valuation, though WBD has declined to comment. Any potential take...
My poster that my sister gave me.
Takeover would carry significant consequences for the UK broadcasting landscape, placing heavy demands on regulators and competition authorities. Yes, that is one of the big obstacles. We'll get into that a little bit. But let's have a look at what we've got for now. Interesting how they've said that the valuation, how much they think, you know, the company's worth, that these offers are below either what WBD was told or what they were expecting. In terms of leverage, you know, would they have the leverage to demand higher bids from these companies? I guess it depends what they all come in with. If they all come in with something similar, if WBD rejects them all outright, you know, if there's not an outlier, then they might all put their bids up. But if one company is already leaning more towards what they want, they might have the edge. It's maybe too early to say. So Paramount Skydance, see, this is already a merger, an example of these companies merging. Barely months after merging to form Paramount Skydance, the company is already eyeing a bold move, taking control of Warner Brothers Discovery. In the UK, and this is specifically to the UK, such a deal would bring Channel 5, TNT Sports, CNN, Comedy Central, MTV, Nickelodeon, Quest and TLC under one roof. It could even pave the way for HBO Max and Paramount Plus to merge. This is all about merging. Everyone's saying, why are all these companies merging? Well, you know, there's so much choice now, not just with these traditional companies that are making television, whether that even be streaming or traditional linear television. You've got the internet. There's so many things competing with it that these mergers, they're trying to consolidate their assets, strengthen what they've got to make things more enticing for viewers. But again, that lineup, Channel 5, TNT Sports, CNN, Comedy Central, MTV, Nickelodeon, all of those, you know, that's bringing it under one roof. That'd be extremely beneficial. Yeah. Paramount, of course, does run Channel 5, which is one of the biggest mainstream broadcasters we have here in the UK. So that would be a major acquisition. For TNT Sports, the recent loss of...
It sounds like if this happens, sounds like the UK will be like, we're eating good tonight, you know? So, hey, if that happens, good for the UK, to be quite honest with you. Here in the States, to be honest, some of us actually don't give a shit, mainly because it's like we look at other states to find our shit anyways, because here in America, everything sucks.
The UEFA Men's Championship League rights might suddenly matter a bit less. Well, yeah, I suppose so. If you're bolstering your sports profile, that could be very attractive to Paramount Skydance. Now, the likelihood of this... Paramount's opening bid is said, of course just allegedly, to fall short of Warner Bros. Discovery's expectations. Yet, with the backing of Oracle founder Larry Ellison, the company has deep pockets. The bigger question is whether staff can stomach another upheaval. Both Paramount and WBD have only just emerged from major restructures, and there's a risk that boardroom wrangling could overshadow the business of making content audiences actually want. In the UK, a combined Paramount Warner Bros. Discovery would...
And the thing is, too, remember, every time things merge, people need to get fired. Because you have too much of a big staff. You know, I'm not saying the big staff is bad or anything like that, but you know there's going to be some budget cuts. Staff cuts. So, yeah. That could be a good thing or a bad thing. You know, the people that put Warner Brothers to the dirt, if they merge with Paramount, Paramount could be like, you're fired, you're fired, you're fired, we're keeping you, you're fired, you're fired, you're fired. Be like Donald Trump always, yo. Oh, hilarious.
It was a serious challenge to Sky, which is owned by Comcast, which we're going to get into next. But yes, mergers, I think, from what I understand of them, they're never usually a very easy process. It's not just a case of shaking hands. Now, great, now we're merged. There's often major restructuring that has to happen. Yep. Jobs can often get lost along the way. And like it says, considering that Paramount has already gone through this with Skydance mere months ago, considering they're wanting to potentially do it again, that could have major impacts on the staff. Now, I'm sure boardroom, the top brass, they might not necessarily be too concerned with that, but again, as it mentions, it might overshadow actually putting out stuff that people want, because if you don't put out stuff that people want to watch, they aren't going to watch, and it all seems a bit pointless. It's implying that the likelihood of Paramount doing this, the potential is there. It's not out of the question. It's not impossible. It could really bolster Paramount Plus as well and really give that an extra boost here in the UK. But considering it's already recently merged, maybe things like that might put them off. We'll see. Then you have Comcast, which of course, as we talked before, is the owner of Sky. It's already in talks to buy ITV's linear TV channels, including ITVX, their streaming service. That deal alone could invite heavy regulatory scrutiny. Add a possible takeover of WBD, and Watchdogs could be tied up for years. Just to, I guess, run it down, obviously we have regulators like Ofcom here in the UK to essentially make sure that not one company or broadcaster has too much of basically a big share. It doesn't have a monopoly. It doesn't have an unfair advantage in the TV space.
Well, wasn't Disney doing that for quite a while, you know? So, oh yeah, are you guys looking forward to the new Avengers movie that's coming out, basically? That looks interesting. It looks interesting in my opinion. I've been hyped for it for quite a while. Hey, it could be bad. It could be a dumpster fire. But to be quite honest, I still want to see it, you know? So at least there's something that I'm over here like, I'll watch that. I'm actually intrigued how this is going to work, you know? Because it's like the casting is through the roof, in my opinion. But that's really it, guys. I know I could keep going with this video, but I don't have to. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, guys. What do you guys think down below of what I said about everything in this video, of how Warner Brothers is, how some of these companies are, and stuff like that, and also me mentioning the Censor 11 shorts. You know, you think it'd be cool if it came out, give it that nice 4K polish and stuff like that. Seriously. Um, and the thing is too, some of the shorts look so grainy and bad, mainly because Warner Brothers just refused to touch it. It's kind of sad though, because it's almost like, yeah, let history get buried, and it's like, yeah, and you wonder why people are like this, you know. And you're still wondering why we have a man as this man as president, basically. Oh god, it's just funny as hell. But I'll see you guys and be safe.